welcome to my YouTube channel. And I'm here today because I'm going to show you a little tip about the catch. So I have my video about shaping the catch, but we're going to take a step back and do something much simpler. So I'm going to show you a drill that you can do in the water about that step or that stage before you practice shaping the catch. I mean, I find that going through the exercises of shaping the catch are very helpful, but it's also really challenging to keep that up, to keep doing that shape. So I'm taking it back a step earlier, doing something a little simpler. Keep working on shaping the catch, but also practice this drill too. Starting off with a front float. With the kids, they like to call it the zombie float. So I'm laying face down, the arms are sloping down, and it's very simple. I'm taking the arms that are straight out, bringing them straight to my thighs, turning the hands over, and then bringing them back up, okay? So again, straight down to the thighs, turn them over, and straight back up. And just feeling the water on the arms, okay? So feeling that on the way down and then on the way up. Little gentle flutter kick so the legs don't drop down. And this is an opportunity to literally be looking down and watching the arms, watching the hands, and seeing what they're doing. No elbow bend, no break in the wrist, just complete, straight, slow, and steady. Okay, all right. So front float, nose is down, arms are sloping down, hips at the surface, and literally just watch the hands right underneath. Go straight back, putting pressure on, constant, even, steady pressure. Turn the hands over, feel yourself kind of going backwards just a little bit. So practice back and forth. You get to practice really good pressing the lungs in, keeping the hips up, but keep an eye on those arms and just keep that even, constant pressure. Don't go too fast, otherwise the hands will just kind of slip through the water. So constant, even, steady pressure. So you see, when I press the hands down, I have the potential to go slightly forward with that soft pressure. And then when I turn the hands over, I slightly go backwards. It's actually kind of fun. So front view, you can see the top of my head is down and those arms are staying right underneath my shoulders. So they're not going out and they're just going straight back. I feel that pressure on my arms to help me move forward. And then when I turn the hands over, I can feel that pressure helping me to move backwards. Okay. And then as you're doing this, don't let the hands slip or slide or go anywhere. And keep the hands soft, not to bend the arms. Note that they don't sweep out anywhere. And just building that sense of pressing on the water, keeping the pressure even so that one part of it isn't faster than the others, like you're going really fast or you're pushing down and popping up. And then moving on to one hand, keeping one hand forward, and the other hand just pressing back on the water to the thigh. And I'm doing a flutter kick here, so using that to help me. Okay, so you saw me bringing my arms down nice and straight and slow and steady. Hands are kind of big, not stiff though. Turn them over, I can feel the resistance on the back side. And then I practice doing just one arm coming down, turning it over and bringing it back. Okay, so that's 2 stages. Now the third stage is as I bring the right arm down, I'm going to shift slightly my weight onto my left side. So my left hip will be a little lower, the right hip will be a little higher. And then when I turn the hand back over and bring it up again, I'll go flat. So when I draw the hand towards my thigh, I shift my weight, I slightly go forward. And then when I turn my hand over and go back, I'll go flat again and actually move slightly backwards. Kind of fun, but I want to move slow enough and keep my body line horizontal. Okay, so here we go, one more step. So moving on to the third stage from the front float, using that pressing back with the right arm to tilt the hip. So shifting the weight onto the left side. Feel the length that's happening on the left side with that little bit of a press, and then just allow yourself to go flat again when the hand turns back over. So I have this little weight shift onto the side and then going back to flat again, and using that weight shift to help me lengthen and stretch forward. Keeping the pressure steady, even, and constant. Okay, so I've done the drill. It comes in 3 stages. So after each stage of the drill, you could potentially take some strokes and swim. So now that I've done the drill, I'm going to swim. So why is this little drill important? So as I'm stroking along, Okay, as I take my swordfish arm and I start to put pressure on it, instead of worrying about shaping the catch, my only aim right now is to feel constant, steady pressure on my arm that's going to help me extend forward. And I'll just let that hand come to the thigh. So every time I'm stroking, I'll take my straight arm, my swordfish arm, and let it just come straight down to the thigh without worrying about what the shape of it's going to look like. Okay? So here I'm going to take a few strokes with that focal point in mind of letting that hand come straight down to my leg. Okay, here we go. Okay, so after practicing the drill, getting into taking some strokes, but still start with the zombie float or the front float, and then transition into pressing that hand back and extending the opposite arm forward. Practicing keeping that hand straight as it comes back to the thigh. It's really not coming back. You're actually putting pressure on and extending forward, but put pressure on that hand. Keep it steady and constant and even all the way back until the hand touches the thigh. And you're really, again, practicing extending forward, but you want that sensation of keeping that arm straight. Now, I'm not trying to bend my arm. I'm just trying to keep that even pressure. And here's just that little snapshot of being in swordfish. So again, pressing the hand back, trying to keep it from feathering around, just even, steady pressure, not trying to bend the arm. And I'm looking straight down at my arm, trying to keep my hand underneath me. And I'm just going with the feeling of the pressure on the hand and using that pressing to keep it steady and even to extend forward. Okay, so my suggestion is practice the drill. Just start with the front float and just moving the arms back and forth. Then swim, then come back and do the next level. Then try one arm and then swim, and then try the next level with one arm and adding a little weight shift to it. So you'll see in the video, when I was swimming straight on, I was having a really hard time not bending my arm and just keeping it straight. But my aim was just to keep that soft, continuous pressure on the arm. And occasionally you might see my arm kind of swiggle around a little bit. And that was just the pressure, the density of the water in my arm. I was kind of having a hard time holding that pressure, and so my hand was really slipping. So your aim and my aim is to keep that constant, steady pressure so that when I'm pressing on the water, I can really use it to extend forward. So have fun with it, give it a try, leave a comment, make sure you sign up for my YouTube channel, and go to my website, Triathlon Skills, looking at some of my blogs, and then I do have a Triathlon Skills Facebook page if you'd like to join in on that. So, okay, give it a go, let me know, and ciao for now. Thanks.